quite a bit narrower the road. That is the real section, and you know, Bowen is going to sit in the wheel here. He's not going to do anything trying to take the front. His, I think, tactic will be just to try and stay in the wheel of Cancellara to get over this one.
There used to be prizes for the climbs themselves. You used to get preems going over the top of these many years ago, which you got huge action by riders. They don't have that sort of thing anymore, where you're out for money prizes for each climb. Cancellara still setting the pace in the front. Bonin quite happy to follow here. 44 seconds back to our chasing group of riders. They'll be on the lower slopes now. Here they swing right. It's going to get very steep very quickly onto the rougher cobbles, away from the block paving. Now Bonin moves to the right hand side. Cancellara quite happy to let him go there. It gets harder and harder and harder as they go up. The crowd's absolutely manic for this race. They love it here in Flanders. They're still just pacing each other at the moment. Oh, David Miller beginning to suffer on this very steep climb now. Further back, it's Leukemans and Gilbert who are just pulling away a little bit now from Miller. Standing on the pedals is Tom Bonin, both of them back inside. It's almost incredible to think that riders like yourself, Sean, and these guys, they just sit in the saddle up here. I mean, most people are suffering. If you ever ride this as a leisure rider, you just suffer a million deaths going up here.
Yes, and you know, the best way to climb is in the saddle. I think you get more power in. When you start getting out of the saddle, it's difficult to get traction, especially on this section, which is really steep. And as we see Cancellara just, you know, turning up the gas here and really trying to put Bowen under pressure.
Oh, and he is as well. That's fabulous. Oh, he just sits in the saddle and turns the pedal. Oh, what class. And Bonen's struggling. Bonen's struggling to hang on. That is super class. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, that is brilliant riding by Fabian Cancellara. He just sat there and turned on the pace, and Bonin, no response at all. He's really suffering. He's having to fight the bike up the hills. Tom Bonin being cheered on by a huge crowd of Flandrians. He is their man, but Cancellara has just ridden away at the moment. How far has he made that gap? Well, it's big enough that the cameras can't see it. Where is Fabian Cancellara? Remember, he's got the skills for descending as well. Oh, look at that. That's a massive gap. He's pulled out, what, 300 meters? 250 meters. That is brilliant, and he's just seen he's got it. He's got a ride to the, he's got a time trial to the end now. He's still got the Bosberg to go. That's it. That is a brilliant move. And Tom Bonin, who looked so comfortable at that time, just blown away, Sean.
Yes, and it's Cancellara just, you know, so impressive, and you know, just turns it up, turns the gas up a little bit. Looked like he wasn't making that effort, but you know, when you're trying to stay in the wheel, and Bowen, we could see him just doing everything in and out of the saddle, trying to limit his losses there, but just no way he was going to be able to stay in the wheel of Cancellara. And you know, it's lovely to see, but you know, it's when you're like Bowen and you come to a climb like this, you're just starting to tire a little bit. Cancellara, it's so dangerous, and you know, that was his tactic. He take Bowen out from a long ways before this climb and trying to work him over a bit, and that's exactly what he's done.
He certainly has. Working him over a bit is a mild understatement, and now he's got it. Now he's got the bit between his teeth. Tom Bonin knows he's got the world's best time trialist ahead of him, and that he can, that world's best time trialist can go into time trial mode. There's nothing Bonin can do now except get his head down and try and go for it. Oh, there's a familiar pose, isn't it? Hands on the middle of the bars. He might as well have been in a time trial bike. Well, with the exception perhaps of Alberto Contador, is Fabian Cancellara, well, different type of rider, but is Fabian Cancellara the most impressive bike rider in the world? Who knows? He could argue a very good case that he is. And that must be terribly demoralizing, Sean, if you're in a position like Tom Bonin, where you know you're in good form, but there's just no answer to this.
Yeah, it is a difficult one. Although it's a great performance by Bonin to match Cancellara when he did go in the attack on the Molenberg. He was the only one who could react and stay getting the wheel of Cancellara. And as we see here again, the effort by Cancellara, it looks like that he's just taking a pull on the front here, but there's such an acceleration there, but just do not show it because of his style and the power, of course, that he has got. And we can see Bonin here out of the saddle, really sprinting and.